Okay, Louis, it's 9:30. I started the recording and you're on live, right? So whenever you guys are ready, Debbie, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all our committee members, our guests, and our friends on Facebook. My name is Debbie Quaid, and today is October 23rd, 2023. This is your Senior Affairs Committee. I chair the Senior Affairs Committee with my co-chair, Oscar Lorente. Today we have a very exciting program. We're going to have a presentation by Lisa Roberts from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, our Miami regional office. We will review some updates from our senior housing centers and get into parks and recreation, all the great activities that are out there for you, as well as our food distribution services. So I would first like to start with our mission statement and then roll call. The mission statement of the committee is to be advocates for the betterment of our seniors by promoting the physical, emotional, and social well-being of adults aged 55 years and older, living in our diverse community of Miami Beach. So we're here to help, and we welcome any input or any comments on needs that our seniors may have. I'll start with the roll call. We still have a vacancy at Blackstone Apartments. Council Towers South, Natasha, good morning.
Good morning.
Council Towers North, we also have a vacancy. We welcome someone to fill that space. Federation Towers, Magui.
She was just calling me. I think she's trying to get on, so it's safe to call her or mark her as present.
Okay, yes, I do see her. She needs to unmute herself when she's ready.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay, Maui. ¿Todo bien, Maui?
Yes, todo bien. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Fort Freedom House, Enilda.
Yes, good morning.
Rebecca Towers, Anna. I see Anna is there with Louis. Good morning.
Good morning.
Stella Mater's house. Gabby.
She just joined.
Okay. Unidad, Larissa, good morning. I see you. Carolina. Carolina Pudros. Oh, I see that she's on. She's not. She's muted.
Good
So-
morning. Good morning. Hello.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hispanic Affairs Committee Chair, Carmen. Carmen Detare.
Good morning, it's Gabby.
Good morning, Gabby.
How you doing?
Jewish Community Services of South Florida, Jessica Perez Wallach. I see you here.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And Mount Sinai Medical Center, Oscar is traveling, so he's not attending today. Thank you all. Thank you all for your time to help us with this amazing committee. Louis, are presenters ready? Oh, approval of the July minutes. We don't have them completed yet, but they will be done shortly, so we'll approve them at the next meeting.
Yes, thank you. Sorry about that.
That's
And-
okay.
Yes, Chair, I see Lisa is on.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lisa. Thank you for spending your time with us, and we're all ears, ready to listen to all the information you have for us. Thank you.
So you'll let me know when to start. I didn't know what to expect in the meeting, so.
Mhm.
You can start right now if you're ready.
Okay, my name is Lisa Drueva Roberts, and I'm an attorney with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission office out of Miami. And one of our missions is to protect investors by educating investors. We see a lot of investor fraud targeted at the senior community. It's sad because we have so many seniors in Florida that they are the victims of investment fraud. So we have different presentations that we give to try to raise awareness about investment scams and how seniors can protect themselves by looking out for the red flags of fraud. I give these presentations in English and in Spanish, and I know that you have a lot of different senior groups in Miami Beach, so I'm flexible as to the location, the time. We can make it short, long, like I said, in English and Spanish. And we've got brochures for seniors. But the most important thing is for seniors to look out for these red flags. Nobody ever thinks they're going to be a victim of fraud. People think, you know, there's no way that they're going to catch me. But people offer huge returns and people believe it. There's a lot of cases where we see affinity fraud, where it's people targeting people like them. We have a fraud against minorities initiative right now. We've brought many cases in our office where like the Haitians are targeting Haitians, Cubans targeting Cubans, Venezuelans targeting Venezuelans, and people don't think that that could happen because you can't ever imagine somebody who's like you wanting to steal money from you, but it does happen. So I, go over cases so that people can see this is a reality and ways that they can protect themselves from becoming victims of investment fraud. So I'm open to any questions. I didn't know exactly what the meeting was going to be like, but I just wanted to let you know that, we're a government agency, so our presentations are obviously free, because the more people that we help protect, the better it is for the country. So I'm open to any questions about our agency, what we do, what I can do for your group.
Thank you, Lisa. I think it'd be a great idea for each one of our housing representatives to take this information back to your directors and schedule something so that your seniors can be aware. We do have a lot of friends on Facebook that are watching us. Do you have maybe a couple of stories of some of the things that people use to target the seniors?
I'll give you one case that I worked on. It was like an offshoot of the Wolf of Wall Street case that I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. Some of these brokers were working for the firm, which was headquartered in New Jersey, and they moved to South Florida. And they opened a firm called Biltmore Securities. And when I was a young lawyer at the SEC, I was assigned to work on this case. And one of the victims was a senior who lived on the west coast of Florida, and she received a call from a young man, and he said, Nana. And she said, oh, I'm not your grandmother. You sound just like my Nana. I was calling my Nana to tell her about a great investment opportunity. And since you sound just like her, do you have time to, and since she's a senior living by herself, she was happy to have somebody talking to her and saying that she sounded like his grandmother. And so he pitched a stock and said, if you invest in this, it's only $4,000, and you could probably, send one of your grandkids, help one of your grandkids with college. And before they were done, he had FedEx at her door picking up a check. And, she didn't have time to call her kids to check on this, but she was just so enthralled and mesmerized by this young man. And these people are fraudsters, they're scammers. Like if you remember in Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio was very charming. And that's what these people do. They try to charm you. And, when the SEC gets the cases, trust me, the money hasn't been put wherever they say they're going to put it. The money has been spent on luxury items, etc. But seniors are vulnerable. They are nice. They generally don't want to hang up on somebody. And some seniors are lonely and they love a call from someone. And so that's one situation where the person fell for it, unfortunately, and these fraudsters are good. They had FedEx at the door to make it as easy as possible. And, that she was scammed. So that's just one of our examples. But we have a lot of cases where, the target is seniors. Seniors sometimes have, they've saved money, and these fraudsters don't even care. They will convince people to sell, to mortgage their homes, sell things, so that they can make these investments, because they're guaranteeing, you know, we're this close to FDA approval on this drug and you're getting in on the ground floor, and people don't ask questions before they make investments. They fall into these traps like, you know, I don't want to miss out. So I see a question from Jessica.
Yeah, hi, Lisa. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I'm sure we have a lot of people on the call right now, whether older adult or not, that can easily fall victim to some of these scams. I'm wondering if you could share some wisdom with us on the panel and those listening as well. What are some critical questions you can ask yourself or ask the person? How do you know if it's real or not?
Jessica, that's a great question, because a lot of times the person sounds very convincing. And in these frauds, you know, they'll make sure that you make a little money so that you can start believing. So some of the critical questions are you registered with the SEC? Brokers, investment advisors, they have to be registered with the SEC. And we've got a website, investor.gov. And I don't see a chat. Oh, there is a chat. I'll put that. I don't
And
see a
that's
chat.
Security and Exchange Commission, correct? Securities and Exchange Commission for the.
Correct. Our website is called investor.gov, and right on the landing page, you can check if the person is calling you is registered. So that's one question. Is the investment registered? If it's not a registered investment, which a lot of our cases are unregistered salespeople, unregistered investments, those should be red flags. If people are promising huge returns, see right there on the landing page the name of the individual who's making the call. If you typed in Jordan Belfort, who was the guy in Wolf of Wall Street, you're going to see that he's barred by the SEC. BELFORT. Exactly. See, so that right there should stop you. Ask questions of the person who's making these representations. For example, if they're guaranteeing, you know, the fraudsters now, they're not guaranteeing like 50% return, but they'll guarantee like 18. And then you say, well, that's not that huge. That's possible, because they're not, you know, they're fraudsters. So they're not going to say something so outrageous. So then you ask them, how is it that you're going to give me this back? When people guarantee returns, that should be a red flag, because nothing really is guaranteed. What are you going to use the money for? If it's a complex investment scheme and you don't understand it, ask questions. And if the person is not willing to answer the questions, then you've got to pass up on the investment opportunity. Even if you think, wow, I'm not making any money in the stock market, I really could use the money to help my kids or my grandkids, or just to keep up with inflation, and it just all sounds so tempting, just don't do it. So those are some things that you could ask. But really, it's ask a lot of questions. And if the person is not willing to answer them, that's a red flag. One case that I worked on, the person had after their name, HSG. So after my name, I can put JD, Juris Doctor. And what did I do to obtain that degree? I went to law school, and that was 3 years after going to undergrad. And a lot of people say they have these senior designations, senior specialists. So you need to ask the person, what is it that you did to earn that? Did you pay $50, or did you take classes? Do you have continuing legal education credits? And my point was, I worked on a case where the person had these initials, HSG. And I asked, you know, what does that stand for? And they were under oath, and it was high school graduate. But wow, you know, they wanted to impress people with initials. So really, the most important thing, Jessica, is that people have to ask questions. And what I'm saying, like, this is a group that deals with, you know, this is the senior committee, but these frauds can happen to anyone, young people, older people. especially young people with social media, they make investments based on representations by people on social media. And we recently filed a case against Kim Kardashian, who was promoting an investment in crypto. But what she wasn't telling people was that she was just being paid to promote. She wasn't an investor herself. So these are just some tips. And in my presentations, I go through tips and I go through examples because I think people learn best through examples and through mistakes that others have made. Because like I said at the beginning, no one ever thinks they're going to be the victim of fraud. And unfortunately, it happens every day, and seniors are a big target.
Thank you so much for that information. Just, I'm so sorry, Debbie, one quick follow-up. Since this group does advocate for older adults, that's such a useful tip to go on the website, but some people can't access the website for a variety of reasons. Is there a phone number a lot of older adults feel comfortable calling?
So sure, they can call our office at Miami. I'm sorry, they can email, but I'll give you the email, and let's say they don't have email. It's miami@sec.gov. That's very easy. But our phone number is 305-982-6300. I also have brochures in English and in Spanish. I also have that I can mail to the different, I know you've got a lot of senior housing communities. But like I said, I'm happy to go in and talk. Like I do this Saturday, I go like the Haitian churches, I visit them on Sunday, and I will bring a Creole translator, and I'm fluent in Spanish, so I can do it in Spanish, just so people feel comfortable and feel like, you know what, I'm not stupid for asking questions, and they feel empowered to ask questions, because a lot of people are embarrassed to ask questions, and then they're like, well, so-and-so made a little bit of money, but so-and-so may be a victim also, but they don't know it. And they're like, well, if they made money, maybe I can make a little bit of money. So for the senior community, they can call 305-982-6300 or send me an email at miami@sec.gov. I'm happy to come in person, but I'm also happy to mail brochures and articles that we have, and they're in larger print. Like I need reading glasses, they're in larger print, and we do have the brochures in Spanish and in English.
Thank you. Louis, is there some place at the city where we could keep a master of each brochure?
Absolutely. When you say a master, is like a printed?
Like one of each brochure, so that we can use it as a reference, or I could call and say, hey, Louis, which brochure is ABCD? And, get it sent out, or just so that we have it. And also that maybe once a year, we can put this on our program again. Keep it in our file of topics and
Exactly.
put it on the program.
So Lisa, however way you can get it to us, either by mail or email, we can keep a stored file of it in the committee folder that I have.
Okay.
If not, we can also keep a stockpile anywhere in my office, or soon enough we're going to be transitioning to a new office, so we can do it there. So
okay. So I'll send it both ways, because we do have the electronic versions. But I personally like paper, and they're, hardcover. I'll show you, like, this is a sample of a different one, but I hate to send I can send a pack, and then you'll see how you can distribute it. And if you want them, then I can send packs to the different housing communities. And it's a short read. They're not so voluminous. And when people read it, they realize, wow, this could happen to me. And I should discuss investments with my children. And, a lot of seniors sometimes are scared because they feel like if they make a mistake, then their kids are going to take their power with money away from them. And, that's just something that we have to deal with. And that's why it's important to ask the questions, so that you don't become the victim of investment fraud, because it's very hard to try to get money back after these fraudsters have have your money.
And
So
Lisa,
I will send it.
is this also happening through mail? Would somebody receive a piece of mail for an investment?
Absolutely. People receive investment opportunities in many ways. They receive, well, social media, the radio, in the Haitian community, I've learned by doing these events that they receive a lot of opportunity through WhatsApp, because that's how they communicate. And I don't know, like, if the people in your community use WhatsApp a lot, but maybe they do. They can receive things in the mail. They can receive things in email, and they can receive calls. These fraudsters, they don't stop. They target, they know their audience. Like I say that, like, whenever I speak to different audiences, I know my audience and I like to speak to them, in a certain way. So yes, through the mail, like you said, is definitely one of the ways that they're targeted.
Well, I think your in-person presentations would be phenomenal, and hopefully all of our seniors that can are going to take advantage. How would they schedule something with you?
Just send an email. The easiest thing is at miami@sec.gov, and then we'll begin a conversation. And I'm available, Saturday afternoon, like whenever they have time, like whatever. The only thing that I request is, one time I was invited to, there's a fancy place in Coral Gables for seniors. Anyway, I was invited after dinner and everybody fell asleep. So my request is, don't invite me after dinner, because I don't think that's a good time, but anytime, even if it's early. But I forget the name of the fancy place in the Gables for seniors, but it was after dinner, and half the, well, no, more than,
Plenty of cafecito at our events.
well, that's different. Yeah,
That's
they
right.
were all sleeping, and I was like, I'm never doing this at this time again. I'm happy to come to you present, but not after dinner.
Thank
Does
you,
anyone-
Lisa. Mhm.
Does anybody else have any questions for Lisa?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. Very important information. I really appreciate that. Okay, if you send me some of those booklets to Federation Tower, I really appreciate. Okay,
You-
probably it's better in Spanish. Mhm.
Perfect. But if you can send an email at miami@sec.gov, so I have the exact address, and put lo quiero en español, or I want it in Spanish, and I
Right.
can get them to you in Spanish.
Magui, if you want, I can do that for you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Luis. Okay.
Just give me an exact address and I'll send, and also the quantity, because I think our packets are like, I don't know, but just send me the quantity so that I don't send too much, but I don't send too few.
Okay.
Sometimes, I'll be in Puerto Rico and I'll have only brochures in Spanish and people will be upset. So if you want, I will also send, like, throw in one in English. Sometimes people,
Yes.
you don't, they get feel more comfortable in a certain language.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Father in a list to, I request one vote, please.
Stella Maris, Gabby?
Estela Maris. Thank you.
So just
In
to,
Spanish, Luis, in Spanish, please.
But I'll do both in every building, just in case.
All right.
Mostly Spanish. and stuff.
Yes, I would ask it.
For
I
free.
would ask for freedom too. Yes, please.
You know what I could do? I could just send it to everybody.
I think that's a good idea. Send it to every
Yeah, good
building.
idea. Yeah.
And make sure that they're aware that they can have an in-person in Spanish or English. I think that's really going to help a lot of people. Sometimes I find it difficult to grasp a concept by reading it, but in person is great. So for those of you that may want to request that, again, the email to send the request is Miami@SEC, as in Security Exchange Commission, Miami@SEC.gov. And our guest today was Lisa Roberts, is Lisa Roberts. Thank you so much. And remember also the email address to check if somebody is registered is investor, INVESTOR.gov. Correct, Lisa?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, if we have no more questions, I want to thank you again. Very, very important information. Thank you for sharing it. And also thank you so much for your time to be available to those who need it. I'm sure you'll be hearing from us. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Interesting. Right now, Louis, do we have Dr. Albatara here? We're going to introduce her.
Yes.
Okay.
And so if you allow me a moment before Alba speaks, committee members, unfortunately, because the commissioner is not running for re-election, his job ends, but by extension, my job ends at the city. I don't know where I will be in a month's time. His last day will be November 28th. So I'm trying to still figure that out. But in the meantime, just to ensure continuity, I talked to the city administration and we determined that the best place for the committee to go is to go to the professionals, the people that know what services seniors want and need and have. So the city administration determined that the best department would be housing and community services. So we have here today the director of that department, Dr. Albatara, who will introduce herself, and she will be taking on, depending on what we do with the November and December meetings, which we have left. We still have to figure out which will be, her first full meeting and which one we will do together. But I just wanted to start that introduction and start that conversation so everybody, knows that that's what's happening. So, Dr. Tarre.
Thank you so much, Louis. Well, definitely very big shoes to fill. I know that Louis is wonderful in everything that he does, and we are beyond honored that he would leave us the Senior Affairs Committee. The Office of Housing and Community Services is definitely very excited to be a part of this. And so a little bit about myself. My name is Alba, and I am, in fact, the director of the Office of Housing and Community Services. And our office is focused on helping residents and community members here in getting the services and supports that they may need. So again, we're very much excited. I'm joined by Marcela Rubio. She is my assistant director and an asset to the community as well. And so again, very excited to be a part of this and being able to help out in any way that we can.
Welcome. Thank you so much. And Louis, you're going to share all the contact information as time goes on.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
So later on in the meeting, we have a discussion on obviously August, the upcoming meeting. So we'll probably know more of exactly how and when will the transition happen when we decide on how to go next.
Fantastic. Great. Well, welcome. We're going to have fun next year. This will be great. And Louis, we will miss you dearly, but you will be around. I'm sure we're going to see you.
Exactly. Miami is big, but not that big.
Right. At this time, we're going to have a discussion from each of our housing representatives to see what's new and exciting. We're going to start with Council Towers South. Natasha, please unmute yourself and tell us what's going on. Unmute. Unmute.
Y ahora sí.
Ready.
Says to God. Good morning again to all members, etc. of the committee. The current situation of Council Tower South continue with the repairs and remodeling. Work in apartment, etc. There are some areas pending to be worked and such as the service area and offices. Also, the building central air condition broke down. But for the meantime, we have the small units, our apartment and other areas. On top of that, we also have some inconveniences with the elevator, since we have to share it with the construction workers sometimes. Although we have these inconveniences, well, we are happy with the work that's being done. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I hope all the construction just keeps moving right along. You'll be done soon. Yes. Okay, Federation Towers, Magui.
Hi everybody. Okay, good morning. In Federation, we have everything under control, thanks God. And unfortunately, the thing that for the entrance of the garage is not finished. Just changing the motor to opening the gate is on, but we don't have this set the telephone book in the entrance, so
Right.
we cannot use it. Is like before, open all the time with the same situation for everybody, for the risk to enter whatever they want to. So it's not solved like we want. And in other hands, right here in this week, we are going to have a funny week with the crazy hat today, tomorrow a crazy hat with a mask, and on Wednesday, and the Halloween, costume and everything, with lunch included in the middle of the day. So it's going to be very, very fun week. Okay, so everything else is good. So thank you very much.
Do they have any information as to when this gate may be? Nothing.
Nothing.
Have you
But
noticed?
Magui,
Go
the
ahead,
gate
Louis.
was replaced, right? The mortar was changed.
The motor was changed and the motor is working, but we don't have the connection with the building that they have to put the telephone booth.
Directory.
Exactly, and the codes. So it's unfinished.
It's
It's just
unfinished.
part of the things done.
Right, okay.
We
Are
have
you-
to work on that.
Are you comfortable with the increased police patrols? Have you been seeing that?
It's better. It's better. Chance I like that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Fort Freedom's House, Inilda.
Hi, good morning.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Well,
morning.
good morning. For freedom, how everything is under control. Everything is all right. I have any issue to bring here. What I would like to do is to congratulate Maggie for the proclamation she was granted. Okay.
Congratulations.
That's it, Maggie.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nilda.
Yeah. Okay.
Inilda. Rebecca Towers,
Well,
Running fine so far.
everything's fine. Stella Maris. Gabby.
Próximo difícil.
Stella Maris, all the exterior of the building remodeling was finally completed. The resident of Stella Maris has been very active with all the activities of the city and also with activities of the candidates for this new election. I want to say thank you to Luis for all the support to the needs that we have expressed during this year. The pedestrian crossing especially is going to be in short time, and the repair of the pavement of Harding Avenue. Thank you, Luis. We appreciate all your support. Thank you.
My
Thank you.
pleasure.
Unidad, Larissa.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
So we don't have the new calendar of events for November yet, I haven't received it from Parks and Recreation yet, but I wanted to let you know that we have added a workshop every month with Feeding South Florida. It's a nutrition class. They come to the center and they teach the seniors how to cook better meal, nutritious meal. We added a basic computer class, which is full, and we have a waiting list, just letting you know. And then we're working on adding the English class. And as soon as I have it, I will let you know. And we also have our Halloween event this Friday with a costume contest for all my seniors. And I have to repeat this all over again. And every time I have to, please just let everyone that you know to remember that the activities that we do at the center is just for my participants that are registered with UNIDAD. There are no guests allowed every time that we have an activity. We have a lot of people bringing friends, family. No, it's just for my participants registered because we do raffles, and I really want my seniors that come here every day to be the ones that take those prizes home. Okay?
Thank you.
And thank you. Thank you, Luis, for everything that you have done for UNIDAD.
My pleasure, Larissa. Thank you.
I have a question. It's
Yeah.
possible, yeah, I would like to know the members of the seniors
Gabi,
could be participate in the unit activities. Is possible?
who?
The members of the seniors affair could be participate
You
in.
can be guests, of course, you can be guests, but to participate in the raffle and
No raffle, but just.
okay,
you-
it will be a little confused. You are registered, Magui is registered in the center too. But if we let everyone in and then you're gonna be using a space on a table that a senior that is registered is not gonna be able to take if someone that is not registered is upstairs during the event. Do you understand what I mean?
All right.
Because we put 10 chairs per table. That is a lot of people. When it
Yeah.
comes to, Alba has been here, Luis has been here, you know that we receive more than 150 every time that we have an event. I don't know if it's only for the food or for the raffle. That day they come, and then that's why we limited the space, and I put it in every flyer that is only for the participants that are registered in the center.
Okay. Thank you.
It is my pleasure. You have a good day.
Thank
Good.
you. Carolina, good morning.
Good
Love
morning,
to hear what
everyone.
you do.
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
We're so
No, for this moment, no events. We were with Carmen, the birthdays. And for now, no parties, no nothing.
Well, you've had a
But
very,
everything is good.
you've had a busy year and you've been very, very active. Have you found any sponsor for the birthday parties, the cakes or anything yet?
No, Carmen and I pay, but it's okay. So now maybe we try, back, for the elections, something,
Yes. I think, yeah, they're trying to be careful, I think, with around election season.
Yes.
Oh, okay, about collecting any money.
So anyway,
after-
Luis,
Go ahead.
Luis, I'm so sorry, Debbie. Luis, we love you. I miss you. So,
I'm not
you're
going
special for
anywhere.
me. You're very special for me.
I love you, you too.
Thank you.
So just so everyone knows that Carmen and Carolina, we're going to hear from Carmen shortly. They've taken the initiative to reach out to seniors that don't have family around. They haven't had a birthday party or a cake in many, many years. And they take their time and their funds and they bring a cake and make a little party. And it's really an amazing thing. So after the elections, maybe we can find a way to help you out with all of our so many committees and members and philanthropists, etc. So
Thank you, Debbie.
thank you.
Thank you.
And Carmen, Chair of the Hispanic Affairs Committee, Carmen. I saw you on, didn't I? No? Okay, if you come back, then we will talk to you. Jessica, please, from Jewish Community Services of South Florida.
Good morning again. So I just want to remind everyone that Jewish Community Services is the safety net for the entire community in Miami and of course Miami Beach as well. There's a lot going on in the news, a lot of violence. So JCS wants to encourage anyone that would like to participate in support groups, in any mental health counseling, or just wants to talk to someone because they want to be connected to resources, or they're feeling lonely, or, you know, they just want to vent with someone, to please, please, please call 211. It is the social service hotline for the community, but we do have crisis counselors there immediately, just if anyone wants to talk, and they can also connect you to a variety of support groups that JCS or other communities, any other community partners are hosting, or any resources. So please, if anyone wants support, guidance, resources, or just a connection to their community, please call 211. And then also, just a reminder, we do have a lunchroom in Miami Beach at 610 Espanola Way, where we serve hot lunches and have a variety of activities. So if anyone is interested in that, it's completely free of charge to individuals 60 and over. You can reach out to us at 305-899-8301. That is our senior meals line, and we can connect you and get you registered quickly to attend the lunchroom for meals and activities and fun with friends. And then also anyone that's not able to make it to the site that requires meals in their home, you can also call that number 305-899-8301 to find out more about our home delivered meals program. Again, totally free of charge to anyone 60 and over. So thanks so much.
Thank you. And what hours Espanola Way open?
So we open around 9:30. Our first activity starts at 10:30. We serve lunch between 11:30 to noon. And most people are out by 1. So come have a nice morning, get a nice lunch. Transportation is available. You can also find out about our transportation if it's available in your area. So please just give us a call. We'd love to see you. Lunch is on us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
November's calendar of events. Louis, or do we have Kevin with us, or Parks and Recreation?
Let me see if Parks is on. I don't see them on. They were-
Hi,
Wait,
can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Jack. I'm here in representation of Lucy for the Parks and Recreation Department. I'm the Recreation Program Manager as well. We don't have the calendar yet, like Larissa said. We should have it by the end of the week.
Thank you so much. Well, you guys have a ton of things going on for the rest of October, and we can look back on our October calendars to see the activities through Halloween weekend and up till
I can
November.
pull it up if you want, Debbie.
That'd be great.
Give me 1 second.
Sure. We've got Flamingo, North Shore Park, and Scott Rakow. And I understand Park and Recreation's added this year a new program that has to do with sound.
Yes, I believe it's called Sound Therapy, and it's at Unidad, and it's run by the Parks and Recreation Department.
We have it every Monday at 1:30.
Great.
Sound therapy, yes. right here.
Sound therapy, yeah.
Beautiful class.
Oh, we're
Okay.
so glad that you guys are enjoying it.
This is Unidad.
Okay,
for-
so you guys, can-
Maybe we receive this information.
Can you
Louis?
let me see, can you show me Unidad calendar again, please?
That's October, though. This is October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have, yeah. The arts and craft class changed from Wednesday to Monday.
This class.
Yeah, it's on Mondays from 1:30 to 2:30, and then on Fridays, not on Wednesdays anymore.
Okay.
thank you.
This is now Scott Raycow.
That is October too.
This is October as well. And then Flamingo in October.
You don't have the calendar for the November now?
No.
We should have
Not
it
yet.
by the end of the week. I'm so sorry. We should have it ready for you guys by the end of the week.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And that'll get emailed out to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
And for our friends on Facebook, if you need information, you can always reach out to Louis until November 28th. And Louis, your email address is?
LUIS, my first name, followed by my last name, CALLEJAS at Miami Beach FL, one word together, .gov, G-O-V.
Thank you. Update from the Office of Housing and Community Services. Bianca.
So, I don't know, do I see Alba still on? Yes, I was on. Normally Bianca would update us on the food distribution schedule or in anything she wanted to highlight. We always gave this department, like, as well as with
Okay.
parts, like a little spotlight. Bianca has unfortunately left the city. So Alba, we're still doing the third Thursday of the month food distribution in Mid Beach and 41st and Chase. So it was last week for an October. For November, unless Alba tells me otherwise, it will be November 16th.
That is the plan, correct? Yes. So yes, Bianca has transitioned to a different position. So we're very happy for her. But yes, now that we will also be liaisoning, then we can also continue to provide the same updates. I'm sure that she's shared with you all of the efforts that we've done with our different services and supports, like having the Department of Children and Families here in our office and the different services we provide through legal services of Miami-Dade and all of the different activities that we have. So we will continue to provide that update moving forward.
Well, give our regards to Bianca, and now we have your smiling face replacing her smiling face. So we wish her the best and welcome to you.
And we will also be presenting the new person who will be taking over Bianca's position. His name is Julian Burnell. Some of you may have already met him. I know that he's worked very closely with Unidad in the past. So we're very excited for this transition as well.
Great, thank you. So we have the upcoming food distribution November 16th. Louis, the address, or Dr. Alba, the address? The address for the food distribution in November.
4,000 Chase. It's basically a parking lot behind the Wells Fargo on 41st Street. Yeah.
Ready for new business? Anything?
I have a question. Is there only one place for food distribution now?
It's the third Thursday of the month.
But is it only in one place now, just once? It used to be twice or in different places?
It's just once in that location.
Can you please send me a flyer?
We
We
can
can
get-
definitely.
send.
Thank
I'll make
you.
sure you get that.
Thank you, Alba, and welcome.
Is Liz, share the flyer, please.
Yes, the whole committee will get the flyer.
Okay, me too.
You got it.
Thank you.
Do you have any new business for us?
Maui, did you have a question? I don't know.
No, I just want to tell you that thank you very much for all you done for us. And I wish you the best, whatever you want, and we'll see you, okay?
My phone number is still the same. I use my personal phone number for, so if anybody wants free consulting on how to approach City Hall, happy to help.
Thank you, Luis.
And to pay a tea or coffee.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Cafecito is always welcome. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Our upcoming meeting dates, Monday, November 27th. This is Thanksgiving weekend. Or,
That's
right
that's correct. That's
Okay.
the Monday before Thanksgiving. So, and then the December 25th date is the weekend right after Christmas, and before New Year's.
Yeah, December 25th is Christmas Day.
Oh, there you go.
So I don't think we're gonna have that meeting.
When is the one in November?
27th.
After Thanksgiving?
Before.
No,
No,
And December,
So I think we all should be okay for November 27th. It's an important meeting. We do have to approve our minutes from the summer and also the minutes from today. So hopefully we can get enough of our members that'll be available. If you're traveling, maybe you can log in from somewhere. December 25th, we're not going to hold the meeting. Louis, have we held enough meetings this year to be able to skip, or do we need to reschedule?
no, we normally skip December and August, so this
Okay.
is always in our plan. We put it out there just to make sure that
Right,
we.
okay.
So is the direction to cancel the December meeting
Yes.
yeah.
and keep the November meeting?
Exactly.
Yes. You're here till the 28th, Louis. We're not letting you go on the eve of your departure. No way.
Hey,
We want to see you one more time.
let's do it.
Okay, upcoming meeting, trolley update.
A couple meetings back, especially Gabby, wanted to know the status and of the trolley system and bus stops and things like that. We had a discussion with the county on the Better Bus Network, which everybody saw. I think it must have been in June or July that we did that. And then our city is putting out to bid, and it's still being worked out, the bid, the request for proposals on a new trolley system. So we could get an update from our transportation department, given how important the trolley system is to seniors, and you know, I think the committee should have a say on how the new commission will handle that, and you know, what the trolley system will look like in the future.
Okay.
Anna has a question.
I wanted to know, I hate to take trolley.
You don't like the trolley?
I don't like the trolley because the homeless people, they sat there, insult people, riding. They smell so bad. You can't even look at them because they jump on you like, why look at that? And the driver doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they insult people, like they look at you and they don't like you. Hey, and the driver doesn't say anything. I don't know. That should be anything, can be done about that.
So we have an opportunity to have a say, because the trolley system or the operator may or may not change depending on what the new city commission decides to do.
I don't mind that they ride the trolley, but insult people with bad words. There are kids there, and there's those things. You can't even look at them.
If you're not ready with the trolley system, I don't know who to reach out to with Anna, like she said. the insults, the homeless are getting much more aggressive. I've called the police and then I stopped in the police department. He didn't want to take a report or the picture. We need to know, how do we handle this? Who do we reach out to? I honestly don't know. When you've got someone, especially the screaming, the insults, the swearing, it's very aggressive and it's frightening.
In the immediate future, what I could do is I could have a conversation with our transportation director and say that this is, something that, our seniors are seeing. And maybe he can have a conversation with the operator to tell the drivers, for example, in this situation.
Driver can, just tell them if you don't stop, you have to get off.
Right.
Or
Call the
something.
police and have them meet them at the next stop or something, but we do
Right.
have to figure out a way in the city to start separating the aggressive with the general population.
So if I may jump in, I think this would be a great opportunity. I don't know who in Miami Beach is kind of the lead on coordinating services to the homeless community, but not every police officer is trained on sensitivities. There could be mental health issues. 90% of homeless people are victims of assault, violent and sexual. So there's a lot of trauma in the community. So I think, maybe this could be a good opportunity to put the whoever is liaison for services within Miami Beach for the homeless population in communication with the transportation director. Maybe there's a way for them to work together if this is an area of identified need.
So I'm sorry if I could, that's something that falls within the Office of Housing and Community Services, and it's currently something that we do work with our transportation department. Our focus is on the services and supports aspects. We do have a walk-in center as well as an array of services, both that are either just regular outreach as well as specialized outreach for mental health and substance abuse. Yes, it is something that we work with our transportations department as well as our police department. Unfortunately, whenever there is a certain escalation that needs to take precedent over a situation. So definitely something that we've noted and something that we're working on.
So maybe there's an opportunity to provide some training to the transportation operator, because their number one goal is safety when driving. I mean,
Right.
I can't even look at my cell phone when I'm trying to drive a car, let alone, try to deal with de-escalating a situation. That might be a lot to put on someone that needs to keep their eyes on the road and be driving citizens around safely. That's very stressful. I would say even me as a direct service provider, I would find a confrontation like that very stressful.
So perhaps, Chair, I don't know if what I could do is I could reach out to the director of transportation, invite him to come to our meeting. And remember, the way that our committee relates to the decision maker, which is the city commission, is via motions, right? Unfortunately, we cannot direct Alba, for example, right now to go and do something. We're an advisory committee. So we would advise the city commission based on our conversation in November on what our concern is with the trolley system as they issue out a new RFP for trolley services. So if everybody's okay with that, I can do that.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, your report, Lewis?
Yes. So we've been working with Maui, Gabby on various things, and Natasha as well with the air conditioning. The city commission has put up several items forward to try to look into the situation. I don't think it's ever been discussed, but our facilities department, which is another department in our government, actually would provided a memo and everything and updated the commission. Certainly we got an update on what was happening at Council Towers South with the air conditioning. And then, anything that you guys may see that you need a department to address, I'm happy to take that on and see it through. For example, Gabby, there was a road issue. We had Public Works go out there and fix it up near Stella Maris. So we've been working on that. The major thing that I wanted to update the committee is we received email from our city attorney, and I'm going to put it up on the screen. And this is another point of discussion, that we need to shift to in-person meetings. Hold on. And so I just wanted to put it up while we discuss it. So by next year in January, I think by December 31st is what our city attorney wrote. Our advisory board meetings have to be in person. And so I want everybody to start thinking about that, because we can no longer be meeting on Zoom, and we would have to either meet, depending on where we're at with the transition, either you want to do it in November or we wait until January's meeting, since we now are not going to have a December meeting to meet in person. So Chair, I wanted to allow you to.
Recommendation is to wait until January to give everyone enough time to figure out what their schedule is going to be now in the future, because it does take time for transportation to get there and then to come back. So if the committee agrees, I think January would be the date for us to start. Can I hear from committee members? Maggie, November or to January to be physically
Yeah.
present?
I
Okay.
think January. January. Mhm.
January.
Okay. Gabby,
January.
Carolina,
Yes, ma'am, January.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make a totally different one.
okay.
January.
Thank you. Thank you.
January.
Okay, I think we're good. We're good on that, and it would probably be it'll be up to the liaison at that moment. So it'll probably be here at City Hall or in South Beach. So Gabby and everybody that is north or in Mid Beach would probably be the most impacted. And
what
then
about who gets renewed and who doesn't on our committee this year?
that was my next
Thank you.
point, and I will tell you who that is. Where is it? So we have 3 members. Is everybody seeing this?
Yes.
So this is the committee makeup. Ana Ravelo will need to be renewed in January or December. I'm not sure when the commissioners will have an election. Carmen is good. Carolina will also be up for reappointment. Debbie also up for reappointment. Your term ends in December. So if you want to stay on the committee, once the election happens, the new commissioners will take on that responsibility. Enilda,
Yeah.
your term ends in December, and because the city rules do not allow, I think you can only serve 3 consecutive terms or something like that. You are term limited, so
Yeah.
you cannot be reappointed. I'm so sorry.
All right. I know about that.
I know you are devastated.
Oh, we know that.
Abby, you're good. You can stay. Jessica, you're good till next year, December 31st, 2024. Larissa, same thing. You're good to December 31st. Maui, you will need to be reappointed. And you know, my phone will always work. So if you need help with that, I can help you.
Okay.
Natasha,
Yes.
you are unfortunately term limited.
Yes.
You unfortunately cannot be reappointed.
Reappointed, no?
No, no puede.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. You will,
me too.
your last meeting will be November now that we're canceling December. So we're gonna need your help to find somebody close as good as you are. And then
Thank-
Oscar is not here, but he is also term limited and he cannot be reappointed. So we'll need to find somebody from Mount Sinai.
Okay.
So that is where we're at, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, may I say something?
Yes, Emil.
Okay, Luis, we will miss you very, very much. And I wish you all the best. Okay.
Thank you. We have one more meeting left.
Yeah, yes, nobody. Okay.
But
I miss you so much.
thank you, Natasha. Terminamos juntos.
Los tres.
Boy,
May
we're
I-
keep the
may I-
schedule light. Keep the schedule light in November because we're just going to be partying and celebrating you're leaving and everybody's leaving.
Okay.
Our first in-person meeting will be a party then.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And there are no city commissions meetings upcoming. November is, and well, there's going to be one this week, but that one's small. But then remember to vote. Early voting started today. So there's 3 city commissioners and the mayor. So a majority of your government is changing to new leadership. So a lot of change.
That's true.
I'm done, Chair.
Louis, we look forward to seeing you one last time in November. I'm glad you can't escape us that fast. And all of the committee members, I want to thank you for all of your time and service and your volunteering to keep our seniors informed throughout the whole year. With that, I'd like to make a motion, or do I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Hi.
Anita, second by Jessica.
All those in favor? Aye.
Yeah.
Aye, aye.
10 members present, 0.
Unanimous approval. We'll see you all next month. Get
Thank
out and vote.
All right.
We have to celebrate.
10:37 adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Have a good day,
Hi,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Dr. Tarre.
Thank you. Thank you.